Are we on? Hello. Hello, everybody. We are broadcasting live right now in the Pond Life studio, unannounced, impromptu. Turned on the microphone. See who's hanging out on Friday Eve, 5:55. Just looking for a fish tube live stream to hop into. We'll see. We got Anthony's fishy friends join us. Hello, hello. Anthony, it's just me and you because this is live and it is impromptu. Will you help me share this thing out? I'm going to try to grab a link over here and put it on my Facebook. Let's see. I've got to go to Pond Life YouTube channel first. You know, I'm a multi-channel kind of guy these days. So it's like juggling. And if you're not a good juggler, you know, if you drop something, boy, there I am. If you drop one thing while you're juggling, they all fall. Chewing gum, walking at the same time, same thing. All right, let's go over to Pond Life from here. And let's see. Pond Life channel. I rebranded the River Life YouTube channel, and I haven't used Pond Life in enough tags so that it comes up quickly in the YouTube search. So now you have to search Pond Life channel to get there. I'm going to click in, and I've got to, so that it comes up quickly. Yeah, I got to mute you there, fella. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Anthony, for already being on it. I'm going to execute the little pop-out chat over here. And I'm going to be in chat as Bird Garden. I'm trying to promote that new channel. So we will see how that goes. We get back in StreamYard. There we are. Okay. I've got a couple of chat boards up to read now. What if we got a few people in here and we talked about these shark's teeth? Angel Fish Haven, what is going on? Hello there. We're broadcasting impromptu, trying to get you and Anthony rebuilding our brand. Hey, Melvin, to share this thing out, get some folks in here. I've been going through my shark's teeth. It rained today, and I've just been organizing these shark teeth that I've collected over the decades. There's quite a few. I mean, we're going to talk about it. I got several more. And this thing, I don't know what that fossil is. I'm in touch with the paleontologist who's going to help me identify it. Could be the end of a rib bone from a whale. I don't know. You want to find out? John Cox in the house. Try to refresh there, John. I've got rain in my area. It's causing all kind of computer problems. Isn't that something? The greatest technology on Earth. We're seeing each other via reflections of a satellite. And it rains, and we've got issues. I don't know. I've got my koozie all branded up. The new Pond Life stickers are in. You know how you can get one. Send the old self-addressed stamped envelope to the post office box. I'll say that. We'll get somebody to post that later. It's Pond Life YouTube channel, post office box 462, Mountain Home, Tennessee 37684. Probably throw a couple of those in. And man, do I have stickers from fish tubers? Yeah, got a stack over there. Coming to you, self-addressed stamped envelope. I'll get them out to you. Okay, good, Angel Fish Haven. AV good. Everybody see and hear okay, apart from the lag. Sometimes this mic gets a little hot. If that's the case, somebody just drop me a comment. I'll try to pay attention to it and get in there. We've got 6 people watching now. Just turned on the microphone to see who was needing to hang out on a fish tube live stream. And so far, you beautiful people are. Thanks for being here. I'm not keeping an eye. I've got the monitor such that I can't see if we have any likes. Okay, good. I hate that when it happens, John Cox. I'm sorry you're going through that. 20-year-old shark tooth necklace. That is so cool. I've got one. My wife keeps in her car. She thought it was so cool. when she heard my sister tell her the story. As a kid, I used to beach comb a lot, mostly Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. And the Grand Strand is a great area. Most of these teeth, by the way, came from the Grand Strand. I picked them up off the beach. She thought it was a cool story, hearing about me as a teenager running around in a bathing suit and a leather necklace with a shark tooth hanging off of it that I found. Oh, I was so cool. You wouldn't even believe. I guess I am still pretty cool now that I think about it, but I'm not going to be running around Myrtle Beach in a pair of shorts and a necklace. Look at it. I got that branded out. I'm getting ready to put another can of water in there. And I guess it depends on which channel I'm live streaming, which side of the can I hold exposed to the camera. Somebody said that was trolling. I don't mean to troll you guys. Let's see. That was the bubbly cherry. Kind of over that. And now I'm moving on to the Aha apple ginger. This could be fun or not so fun. I don't know. I'm going to give it a try. Stand by. There's going to be a can opening. Sorry about that. Scott's Aquatics found his way in here. Thank you so much. I appreciate you being here, sir. Yeah, we just ride them around in our truck, don't we, Angelfish Haven? We can't. That's a keepsake. You don't get rid of that thing. Man, now that I think about it, thing's 40 years old. Whew, wow, maybe 41. New York going into another lockdown. Boy, I tell you what, strange times. We're not going to talk about that, though. We don't want to get the Google monster on our back. Good evening, Chad Crotch. Thank you for being here. By the way, the apple ginger isn't bad. If you like apple juice, it's got a similar flavor. What time is it? Yeah, 6 o'clock. I haven't had supper yet, so it's going to be sparkling water for the moment. Feel free to enjoy the beverage of your choice. We've got 9 people in here. Not bad. Just turned on the microphone. We're hanging out. Going to have a good time talking about all my shark teeth. Some of them anyway. It was rainy today. I had some time on my hands. I mean, it was so cool to finally set these guys out on a white desk and line them up, divide them into, what I think are the same type of teeth. I've got a picture here. I'll show you a picture of the picture. And I apologize for not being more technologically inclined. I could probably put that on the screen. But I'll show you what I was working with. Oh, it was so much fun. I enjoyed it quite a bit. All right, that's about half of them, or a third, I guess. Some close-ups. Let's see. I think there's a short video here. Get the glare off. There you go. They're not large. They're fun to find on the beach, though, if you've ever done that. Just walking along the beach, ocean, kind of the tide going in and out over your toes. Kind of cool. And when you find one of these babies, it is so exciting. It is definitely a treasure hunt. It's free. There's no environmental impact as far as I know of. Picking these things up and taking them. Oh, there's some nice ones. That's the ones like I have on my necklace. The largest one of those I ever found is on a necklace. Apparently, I don't know if they're the most prolific or easiest to find, but I'll say this. Those are the easiest for my eyes to see. Those long, slender ones stand out, and it's not a shell or a stick. And these are kind of a challenge. I was surprised when I dug in that I had found so many of these, and some of those are tiny. Around my neck of the woods, we say T90. That means very, very small. Thanks for sharing that out, Melvin. Nothing special, nothing expensive here, but just a fantastic memory. And now, most of these I collected when I was a youth running around the beach. But I can promise you, since then, I've never been to a beach that I didn't look down at the sand in hopes of finding a shark teeth. And I still find one or two every time we make it to a beach. They're a lot more plentiful than you'd think. Oh my gosh, Angelfish Haven found a saltwater catfish bar. That's cool. Yeah, so there's, I was just kind of separating those guys out. Rainy day fun. Bunch of those triangular ones. They're pretty cool. So now I want to talk about it. Had it on my mind. I needed somebody to talk to about it. So I thank you guys for hanging out. Punchy Paints here. Pamela, how are you doing? I hope you got to see a little bit of the shark tooth video there I just showed. It wasn't very spectacular, but just an idea of what we're talking about. Oh, thank you, Melvin. Thank you. 13 of you in here now. That's awesome. I don't have a like count. Somebody can let me know if we've got the likes. Thank you in advance. I'm sure there are likes. You guys are always very kind that way. And I really don't know why that matters. I mean, I understand it's engagement for the channel, whether it's a like or dislike, but I appreciate those likes. Okay, we're on the right track. We're getting some likes. We'll keep going that way. And the dislikes, oh, wow. Like, why would somebody give a dislike? I don't know. Well, I mean, I've given dislikes. I really don't like that. I really disagree with that. I think that's flat out wrong. But typically, if I do that, if I'm motivated enough to give a dislike, I'll leave a comment. Hey, I think it would have been better if you would approach that idea this way. And maybe I've got some different information that indicates something else is true, but not just a dislike, not a hit and run. Not Nola Jane Fish Rich in the house. Thank you so much for being here. Not Nola Jane Fish Rich. And I'm looking over here. I've got a pop out chat, and then I've got the StreamYard chat. StreamYard is amazing. It's so easy. 16 people here now. Thank you guys so much. We're going to talk a little bit about shark teeth. Okay, that we're talking. Listen. All of mine are fossilized, mineralized. They used to be organic material. They got buried in some substrate. And then over a period of time, under pressure, in mineralization, the organic material was displaced by what turned into rocks, minerals. The organic material became a mineralized. So they're mostly black and gray. Some have a little brown in them. I'll give you a detail here. Shark teeth are cool. You can usually, you get a hole when you can, how close can I get that and it still focus? There you go. You can see the part that was enamel and the part that was the root. And this one's a little fuzzy on the edges. It's because it's serrated. So the serrations that the shark used to cut through meat with, you can still feel them. It's pretty cool. And man, I mean, it's basically a replica, but I mean, it's identical to what the real shark teeth look like, the real ones. These are real, just the organic ones, even living ones. I've known people to find white shark tooth or teeth, and those are the ones that have recently fallen out of the mouth of a living shark and roll up. I've never seen a fossilized one solid white. They do get some color. That one's not going to focus very well. It's kind of a concrete color. It's cool. There it is. Oh, what are you focusing on, little camera? This is going to be harder than I thought. It's like driving on the wrong side of the road, trying to line up the center of the screen. Have you guys hunted for shark teeth before on the beach, just walking along the beach and find a shark tooth? I'm not kidding. It's exciting. I love it. Give you an idea of the size of these guys. Oh, that was a nice one. Oh, that was a good time. That thing, I remember, had like a root sticking up out of the sand, and it looked black, and I reached down, and I picked that root up. It kept coming. It was a full tooth. It was so cool. I guess you're not guaranteed to find a shark tooth every time you look for one. But once you get the hang of it, you get the target image in your mind. You know what to look for, and immediately you start noticing black pieces of debris on the beach, black shells. And every now and then, it won't be either of those. It will be a shark's tooth. I have a separate, oh, here we go. I've got a meeting coming up with a paleontologist who's going to help me identify some of this stuff. I believe this is a fossilized bone I found on the beach. It's got some hollow areas in it. Can you see the holes? I think that's a bone frag of something. This, I have no idea. Someone mentioned that might be coprolite or fossilized poop from a marine animal. I don't know. I have to wash my hands now. I believe this is a mouthpiece of a different kind of fish other than shark. This is some stingray teeth. Oh, the things you find when you're hunting for shark teeth. You need to see that. That's kind of a ridge right there. Come on, camera. I know you want to. There it is. Yeah, you can see the top edge of that is kind of grooved. And the stingrays, I've caught them on a hook before. They have an upper and a lower plate like that, and they grind and pinch. And if you're trying to take the hook out of their mouth, like a shark jaw, they can reach out with those teeth. And it's not fun to be bitten by a stingray that you've caught on a hook. You're distracted. First of all, you don't want that barb to get in you. And then those teeth really hurt. And I don't know what this is. I'm looking so forward to finding out. It's a little, that may be like a piece of a jawbone out of a fish. Would you focus for me, please, one time? The camera likes my art, I think. I'm going to try again with that. And this thing is still razor sharp, these little teeth. There it is. I'm losing. I'm not winning. Sharp. Ooh. So that may be a little piece of a jaw out of a toothed fish. I don't know. I got to talk to my paleontologist buddy. Get some of these frags identified. Who's Tiffany Rose? What is going on? All in Tanks is here. Good. Glad to have you lurking and listening. Package in the mail to All in Tanks. You should get that soon. Someone said, hello, Carrie, Science Gal Aquatics. What is happening, Carrie? Good to see you. Lefty's in the house. Thank you for being here, Lefty. I appreciate your support. Got that koi icon going over there in chat. Thank you for the membership. If you're not a member of the Pond Life channel, you can check out that join button below the screen there. We appreciate all of our members. Lefty, we're talking about shark teeth. Shark teeth I've collected myself while beach combing, mostly at Myrtle Beach. Now, someone told me these were just little pieces of great white teeth, known by their triangular shape. And you can tell if they're an extinct great white or relatives of the living by whether or not they're serrated. This one is not. The edge is smooth, no serrations. So I believe that would be an extinct great white. And these are just very small great white teeth and pieces thereof. I haven't been back in the rivers and the creeks where they find the really big ones. Although, it's never too late. You know what they say. Most of you guys know Mike from Mass Aquariums. Mike and our buddies, and we were talking, and he said he'd never found a shark tooth. But he was taking his family on their annual pilgrimage to North Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. And I said, Mike, you have got to find a shark tooth. It's not that hard. I'll teach you how. So we were communicating. He was on location and he was sifting through sand, getting a backache and a sunburn, trying to find a shark tooth. And I was giving him tips, where to look, how to look. He texted me so excited and sent pictures. He had found a shark tooth, and his kids had found two. And then the rest of the week, it was Shark Tooth Week for the Mass Aquarium crew. And so he's amassed a little collection now of shark teeth. But it was fun to pass along. I thought you guys might want to talk about it also. Yeah. Oh, here's a pretty one. Yeah, I know. Father Fish is very fortunate to go out there and collect Megalodon teeth. I think this one's from a lemon shark. The little tiny shark. It's still razor sharp. That'll poke you. And then the root has got the two little bicuspids at the top. On either side of the enamel portion of the tooth, there's like little mini teeth sticking down there. This is a good experiment. I'm sorry, it's at your expense. This camera is hateful. There you can see those little bicuspids. It's a good tooth, full, whole tooth. Walking around the beach, looking down, getting the neck ache. Oh, that looks like one. And then the way I like to do it is right where the water's washing stuff. Low tide is my favorite, outgoing tide to the low tide. And so they'll roll down the beach as the water takes them out, and you got to grab them in a hurry, because sometimes if they stop, the sand will roll over them and they'll be gone. So you got to grab, and sometimes you got to get your hands wet like you're panning for gold and get rid of the sand and look for the thing you thought was a shark tooth. You learn the technique, self-taught. I mean, if you've ever done it, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You got to find one to have confidence you ever will. And then after you find one, you can't stop finding them. And they're everywhere. I mean, I guess shark make teeth their whole life. Is that right? And then they fall out as they get used. There's always a new batch growing downward in the back of the jaw. They grow up. So however many teeth a shark have, and then they replenish every one of those teeth many times during their life. Well, it makes sense. There would be a lot of fossils, right? Angelfish Haven says, you find an odd thing on the shores of Lake Superior: glass rocks, pieces of colored glass. Yeah, beach glass. I love that. And their edges get sanded smooth. It's really cool. I've seen those. Alexander Calder, one of my favorite artists. He was an American, by the way. Father of the Mobile, the kinetic art. He used beach glass in one of his works. It was awesome. And I don't know where he got it. I don't know which beach he picked that up on. And let's see, 15 people in here. Chat's rolling. If I've missed anything, say it again. Yeah, sharks shed teeth continually their whole life. Thank you for confirming that. Not Nola Jane Fish Rich. Yeah, they do, Lefty, have rows upon rows of teeth. Tampa Tom Fishing here. Tampa Tom down in Florida. I bet he knows about shark teeth. And if you've ever seen a lot of the souvenir shops will have small shark jaws that have been taken from modern sharks that have been caught, boiled and dried, bleached. You can see the rows of teeth. One or two of the rows of teeth are sticking up, and then the rest stick down, and they like a conveyor belt. They just keep growing teeth that just keep rolling as they need them. Well, I guess if you're a shark, you don't have hands, you don't use forks. Your teeth are your only eating utensil, so they get dull, worn out, broken. And I mean, can you imagine the poor old shark without any teeth? He's going to have a hard time making a living. So it's great that they have the tooth reproduction going on. What's this over here? Oh, that's my fry. I'm getting stuff all over the place now. I love this. We talked about the great whites and this. I think those long ones, I think that's called a sand tiger shark. Is anybody in here a shark tooth expert? I think that might be what they call a sand tiger. Looks like a Y. And then you find most of those are not whole. They're missing some or most of the root at the top, so they're just kind of like a slither. I've found one Megalodon tooth. I was 16. It was at Myrtle Beach, Grand Strand area, and it was probably about 3 inches. And it was, well, it was a great day for shark tooth hunting. It was just a little black ridge, a small, very small piece of exposed black root. And when I dug it out, it kept getting bigger and bigger. I thought it has to be a rock. Nope, was a little Megalodon tooth, large triangle. So cool. I may have given that to one of my children who went ahead and lost it. I don't know. And this, I'm sure, is easy to identify. And I've got to get a shark identification guide to figure out what that is. Mostly root, but I'm telling you, the business end, that'll cut you. So sharp. Maybe a lemon shark. I don't know. They used to sell these postcards that would have the shark tooth and the name of the shark tooth. And we, at the end of the day, my buddies and I that had been out shark tooth hunting, we'd lay our shark teeth on the postcard and try to figure out what they were. And this is, oh, wow. This is just all smooth edge, mostly triangular. I think maybe more great white pieces. And that's typically what you find, little shards, little pieces of the shark teeth. And I know they go in the rivers around that area, and they find large shark tooth, Megalodon teeth, and ancestors of the Megalodon and cousins of the Megalodon, and also Native American pottery shards, as well as vertebrae, shark and whale and fish vertebrae. Maybe one day. Maybe for sure one day. I need to do that. Some of these teeth have a bias. They don't grow straight out of the root. They're curved. Like this one, I don't know if you can tell, but one side is kind of basically straight and the other has a big curve in it. I can see how in the right orientation, that'd really help a shark that once it grabbed onto something to hang on. Gotcha. You ain't going nowhere. Here's a good example. Kind of a straight edge and a curved edge. And if that focus were finer, you'd also see the serrated edge on that one. Not all of them have a serrated edge, but I guess it's a good field mark. So cool. Shark teeth, you find them on the beach. And listen, you can buy them. They're for sale on eBay and Craigslist, internet, Amazon. Any beach you go to, the souvenir shops have plenty of shark's teeth. You got to look out. I found out that the tan ones, they have some really nice tan colored shark teeth. And most of those, many of them at least, most of them they're bought wholesale out of Morocco, where there's a couple of areas out there where there's just huge formations and piles of these shark teeth. So they go out there and harvest them for the wholesale market. Tampa Tom said he's reeled in a shark or two. What kind of shark are you catching out there, Tampa Tom, fishing? I've caught the dogfish, the Atlantic dogfish, off of the fishing piers on the eastern seaboard. Bonnet head. The largest fish I ever caught in my life was a hammerhead shark. Charleston, South Carolina, Folly Beach, actually. Folly Beach Pier, king mackerel fishing with a live bluefish basically suspended on the surface of the water, and this huge hammerhead came by 2 or 3 times didn't like my rig, and it just made passes, just thrashing past it, trying to scare the fish off the rig. And we were all out on the end of the pier watching. And so this shark is a huge shark, 9-10 feet long. It was a monster, very light gray, white, beautiful. It came up very quickly. Its huge dorsal fin broke the surface of the water, and then as it went by, it flashed sideways, and its head went from looking like a shark head to that huge hammerhead. It was pretty wild. And then, so it did that twice. The fish, of course, didn't move away from the rigging. And then it came out of nowhere. It came from underneath, came from the bottom out of the depths, came out of the water with its head and went straight back down. And I have a heavy king mackerel rod. It was only 5 foot long, big bore, didn't bend much, but it was cracking. The fiberglass was cracking. I loosened the drag, and people were making phone calls. We got to figure out how to get this fish up here. It's illegal to fish for shark. It definitely was fishing for king mackerel, but we were going to try to land it. And so there, people were making calls, taking pictures, and I'm hanging on to this thing. It's like I hooked a jet ski. It was gone. And then all of a sudden it got real easy to reel in, and I was cranking faster. I mean, barely keeping up. There was still a little bit of slack in the line. And that thing, I'm not kidding you, it's not his first rodeo. He went straight under the pier and then straight back out. The problem was, instead of going out the way he went under the pier, he went around one of those pylons. And there, if you know anything about piers, under the water level, they're just coated with barnacles that are razor sharp. So as soon as he went around that pylon coming out and hit the least bit of tension, my line just frayed. And that pole just released right away. It was kind of sad, but I was on this adrenaline rush, and we all got to see it. It was so cool. But that's the big one that got away. That's my fish story for tonight. Chad Crotch, did you see my sand shark tooth? Did you confirm already that was a sand shark? Here they are. Oh, wow. That is so cool. Not Noel Jane Fish Wrench did a thesis on sharks. That's amazing. Is that a sand shark? Have I got a sand shark tooth here? Lefty noticing the pink art. That's 1994. That's vintage. That's 1994. Have you ever been asked which came first, the chicken or the egg? Now you know. That's my piece of art called the chicken. And it's been cast into existence. So the chicken came first, and there it is. Thank goodness I captured that. Now I'm sharing it with you. And this one over here, the macaws, the red and blue macaws, scarlet macaws. I've never seen them in the wild, but I had just read an article. I love birds. In case you don't know, I'm a bird nerd. I just read an article on their diet. And so inspired, I picked up the brush and painted those guys for a local art show. Again, 1994. Man, I cleaned out the closet for that display. Put it in the art show, and that was the one. The newspaper always came by. 19 people. Thanks for being here, guys. The newspaper came by. They always took a picture of one painting to run in the newspaper to announce we were having our local art show. And that was the one they photographed for that year, 94. So it has a resume of being in the local newspaper. And this is the red-winged blackbird that was in my most recent art show. Earlier this year, this summer, we had Rack Cross endorsed by nature hanging in the Spark Plaza, downtown Johnson City, Tennessee. We did a virtual art show, given the circumstances. A lot of you guys participated. Thank you very much for making that an outstanding art show. I had a blast doing that, and I made a lot of friends over at the gallery. We're looking forward to doing art shows in the future. And I hope you guys will be included. And also, I will always do a virtual art show. If it's open to the public, that's fantastic. But I had so much fun doing the online portion of the art show. There'll be some more of that. Don't be surprised if you see some shark tooth shapes in upcoming art. It always works that way. I get something in my mind that makes me feel good. It's a happy place. It comes out in the art. That's just the way it is. John McKenzie's here, the one that got away. That's right. I told the story. Yeah, the dock pillars are heartbreakers. Okay, Chad, thanks for weighing in. That's what I think it is too. My best recollection, I've had those teeth identified before because that's the type I had made into a necklace that I still have. And I think they told me it was a sand-toothed shark. Bonnet head, black tip, bull shark. Ooh, they can be mean. And the hammerhead. Occasionally get a 20-foot hammerhead inside Tampa Bay. Man, that's a monster. I heard on the news this week that they had seen a great white in Miami. Do you hear about that, Tampa Tom? I thought hammerheads were man eaters. Maybe they can be. So a couple of years, maybe more than a couple, maybe years after that big one got away, I did find a YouTube video of some kids surf fishing in Charleston at Folly Beach Pier, and they landed like an 11-foot hammerhead. And they fought that thing all day, and it was a cow. When they got it in, they were having pictures made. They were standing beside it, and I guess they were average size young men, and that dorsal fin came up to their chest. Huge, big body. Wow, what a fish. And it was so light in color. Like I said, I've caught the Atlantic dogfish and the bonnet head. This one was particularly white and light colored. Oh, Chad Crotch got to dive at the Epcot aquarium, and they had 2 sand tigers, majestic for sure. That sounds like an interesting thing for someone who appreciates fish to do, to go to the Epcot aquarium and dive. And I noticed they were also doing that in the Atlanta aquarium with the whale sharks. That'd be pretty cool. Punchy Paint says today is the 50th anniversary of the exploding whale. Is that a real thing, Pam? An exploding whale? Are you kidding us? Exploding whale. The exploding whale, 50th anniversary, 8-ton whale. Oh my gosh, there have been several cases of whale carcasses bursting due to a buildup of gas in the decomposition process. Actual explosives have also been used to assist in disposing of whale carcasses, ordinarily after towing the carcasses out of the sea. Well, there you go. Punchy Paints. If you haven't checked out Punchy Paints' channel, I mean, I think maybe you have, but I want to mention this. Go over there and check out Punchy Paints' channel. Thank you for your moderating efforts around here, Pam. We appreciate you. And Lefty was here also. Lefty, thank you for being a moderator and a member. Definitely check out Lefty3213A channel. He's doing some live streams now with Chattanooga Ed. So lots of cool things going on around here. Lots of cool people in here. 16 of you right now. Rico Stan, what is going on? Good to have you in here. Half a mile away. Oh, I just imagine what an odor that must have been. Ugh. Yeah, rotting corpse of an 8-ton whale, and they decided to get rid of it is to pack it with explosives. Oh, that's got to be in an action movie, right? They got to include that in an action movie. It was pretty, I mean, they didn't have a picture that gave a good size reference. And the picture, it looked like it was underwater, taken underwater, and you could see a boat above the surface and behind it. Looked like a good size fish. Jaws, man. I lived through Jaws. I'm not kidding you. We did not go to the beach for 2 years. I don't know how these beach towns made it. You did not go near the water because Jaws scared everybody. Everyone that was watching, Pam says, got covered with bits of rotten blubber. Oh, thank you so much for sharing that, Pam. I did not know about that. while we're doing promotions here, 17 people watching, I do want to ask everybody to check out my new channel, Bird Garden. I have taken a turn. I'm in a hard rebranding of the River Life channel into Pond Life, and it's more authentic. It is what we're doing now. I love it. It's made my life better. I enjoy it every day. I don't mind sharing it with you. I hope and think that it will make your life better. If you enjoy relaxing, and who doesn't? Who doesn't want to unwind from time to time? I've got some easy listening music with some underwater koi footage in slow motion that I've learned to film via trial and error, and I really dig it. It works for me. I get uptight, turn on one of those videos. I'm releasing them now with different styles of music so you can find what you like. Over at the Bird Garden channel, birds have the same effect on me. Watching birds takes my mind off of the cares of the day. It just relaxes me. They're so cool. They look cool. They sound cool. Their interactions are cool. And they love my pond. If you've seen the Pond Life channel, Dream Pond Wildlife, hundreds of birds in that stream. They love it. So I guess what's coming to the surface here is that I'm a collector. I like to collect shark's teeth. I love having the collection. I went through them again today. It was a lot of fun. The most fun is actually doing the collecting, finding them in the wild, on the beach, amongst zillions of grains of sand, and you're able to find one of these teeny shark teeth. I did pull one out. I'll never find it. The smallest one I found was 2 millimeters by 4 millimeters. Okay. This is a centimeter. So 2/10 by 4/10 of one of these. Very micro. I don't know how. I couldn't find it now. My eyes aren't good enough. I don't know how I saw that thing on the beach. But back to my point, basically aquarium keeping, fish keeping is a collection of fish. Shark teeth, definitely a collection. Now the birds, I don't collect them physically, but I do keep a list. I list birds in so many ways. Here's sorry. So when I get an hour to go watch the bird feeder out there in the bird garden, I write down the birds I see. All right. And that's how I know. Now you do it electronically too. Electronically is where the master list is. That's how I know that I've identified over 75 species of birds in my backyard. I've been here a year and have watched birds out there for 4 seasons, and I've identified over 75 species. That is sweet diversity. That is amazing. And about any morning, I can identify 10 species on the bird feeder, just looking out the window. Boom, 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 boom. However many 10 booms are. And it is just relaxing. What happens is I want to watch the birds' behavior because they're so darn cute, but I want to know what species they are. So I'll get a pair of binoculars and I'll look at them and identify them as the species. Now, I remember when I started bird watching, I was 10 years old. I didn't know any of the species. I guess I knew a crow. If he showed me a turkey, I'd probably guess it was a turkey. But you got to start somewhere. So I would learn one species at a bird feeder, right? I'd lock that one down, study it up on it a little bit, and then I'd learn another one. And before you know it, as an adult, I'm traveling all over the world to look at birds and identifying them and taking notes and submitting them electronically, contributing to databases because I love it. It's not a job. I hope it can't feel like a job. And I tell you, I do this. If you and I are having a conversation in person, I'm bird watching, no matter where we are, what we're talking about. I'm listening. I can identify a lot of birds by ear, and I'm watching what birds are around. When I'm driving, windshield birding never stops. And I love it. I can get deep into it where it's a distraction, or it can be passive. And it's just a little bit of a quality of life enhancement. So, and that's exactly the value proposition of my YouTube channels. I want to provide you something that has enhanced my life because I think it can yours too. And 20 of you here I mean, 3,700 subscribers to the Pond Life channel. Thank you very much. I think you get it. I think that's why you're here. He talks about things that are relaxing, that are fun, that are positive, and just carried that right over to the Bird Garden channel. The difference is instead of fish teeth, it's birds. All right. Above the surface, below the surface. We're rolling all over the place that way. I hear Pond Wife has made it home. Part of the reason I wanted to chat with you guys tonight is because she had an appointment tonight, and I wanted to talk to somebody about my shark teeth. I talked to her about them all night last night. She's shark toothed out. I noticed she called there. I missed her call. So I hate that because I love talking to her on the phone. So I'm going to wrap this one up. We got 20 people here, and we've got, I don't know how many likes. We got Punchy Paints just holding court over here. Thank you, Pam, for being here. Had 2 northern flickers in the yard we watched yesterday, Angelfish Haven, one of my wife's favorites. She just comments about how pretty they are every time she sees one. Rico Stan says, I have the Birdwatcher's Life List and Diary from Culpeper Press for my hard copy of my bird list, but I do use eBird too. Rico Stan, we got to talk, bro. We just have to talk. I'm also a permitted bird bander. I love banding the birds and served in the state ornithological officership for about a dozen years. That was a lot of fun. Oh man, you live on Lake Ontario, an important migratory path. So we get tons in the backyard too. It's amazing. We made a journey up there. The biggest week in birding. Yeah, McGee Marsh. It's up on one of the Great Lakes there in northern Ohio, right outside of Michigan. And whew, man, that's where the birds during spring migration stage. They hang out right in this marsh and they eat and they rest. And they get juiced up because they got to make a long flight over the Great Lake there to keep going north, get up there and build those nests. So it's really amazing. It's a fantastic birding area. I'm glad to know you're there, Rico Stan. And I hope that all of you will check out the Bird Garden channel. Give it some love. It's brand new, less than 100 subscribers. I'd love for you to see if you liked it well enough to subscribe, check out some videos, leave some comments. Let me know what you think. I'd love to know. And we're going to grow that thing. One of the features, I hesitate to mention this. It's wow, mind-blowing. It's a 24/7 live stream of my feeding station. And I hate to mention that to you because with this rain and the internet problems, it's offline right now. I'm working quite a bit trying to get that thing back up online because a couple of times during the day, it's very active. And then birds are trickling in all day long otherwise. Oh, and it's fall migration here. We've got the winter sparrows coming down, hoping to get some finches, boreal finches to come down this far. We're in East Tennessee, foothills of the Smoky Mountains. But it's fun and relaxing and life enriching, and I offer it to you. If you'll go over and take a look at it, I'll really appreciate it. For now, we're going to sign off here on the Pond Life channel. Thanks for being here. If you want a sticker or two, hit me up with the self-addressed stamped envelope. I've got plenty of the Fish Fam stickers to go to. That address, it's a post office box. Send that to Pond Life YouTube channel, post office box 462. Mountain Home, Tennessee, 37684. And I'll get your self-addressed stamped envelope, stuff it full of fish tube stickers and some bird garden stickers, the new YouTube channel around here. Be happy to get those out to you. All 17 of you that are still hanging in here, thank you so much. I appreciate you being here. Do leave me a comment after we shut this thing down. Let me know what's on your mind. Have you found a shark tooth? Do you want to find a shark tooth? Do you like talking about these kinds of things? Is this fun for you? Let me know. If so, we'll keep it up. If not, we'll move on. We'll find something that we enjoy doing more. Rico Stan, fantastic to know you're a fellow birder. Chad Krotz, thanks for being here. Anthony's Fishy Friends, you sent me those stickers. I'll start stuffing them in the envelopes. And Punchy Paints, also a birder. She writes down the date, location in her bird book when she spots them. Oh, isn't it fun to be a naturalist? I love it. I love it so much. I love sharing it with you guys. Thanks for being here. We're going to shut it down now. Until the next one, it'll be real soon, I promise, hopefully with some special guests coming up soon. Stay tuned. Why don't you get out there and see it, love it, and live it?